As previously discussed in my blog posts, women face immense discrimination from the places and societies they live in. This, as well, can occur from the very religions they practice. The treatment and rights of women vary from the different sections of each religion. Just like other religions, Judaism has many practicing levels ranging from Reformed to Orthodox. I, myself, being Jewish, have experienced and observed the various beliefs throughout Judaism in America. Reformed synagogues allow women to read from the Torah, wear prayer shawls, and become rabbis. It holds men and women equal in both spiritual levels and human levels. Everyone is equal. Women are not excluded if they do not marry within the Jewish faith, nor is their family or non-Jews. As well as, women are not required to start a family. The Orthodox belief is that a woman's main duty is to fulfill their tasks as wives and as mothers, which limits their abilities to pursue a higher education. They are largely respected for having such a strenuous job and are recognized at having the importance of spiritual influence over the family. Since the mother is the one who mostly cares for the children when the father is carrying out any positive mitzvot, good deeds, they are the ones who are modeling and teaching Judaism to the children. Moving along to clothing attire. Orthodox Jewish women are required to cover everything besides their face and hands. In no circumstances are women allowed to wear clothes designed for men, leaving them to wear long skirts or dresses. In Reform Judaism, women and men are both expected to dress modestly in the synagogue, but do not have large restrictions outside of attending services. Being raised in a Reformed Jewish culture and home, I have had very different experience than that of my mother, Elisa, who was raised in a conservative Jewish home. Here she is to discuss her personal first-hand encounters.
I was raised in a traditional conservative Jewish home. My upbringing was very traditional in regards to the roles women played. My mother was in charge of making sure we celebrated Shabbat each week. On Friday nights, my mother, sister, and I would say the blessings over the candles, and my brother and father led blessings over the wine and bread. We attended synagogue, where we would sit together as a family, but only the men would wear prayer shawls or be allowed to read from the Torah. At the age of 13, I was allowed to have a bat mitzvah. It was a traditional Friday night service. I did not leave Saturday morning service, nor did I read from the Torah. I never felt discriminated against or less than my male counterparts. This was the traditions of my ancestors, which I was excited to be a part of. I did not give my conservative upbringing much thought until I was ready to marry my husband, who is not Jewish. I went to the cantor, 11 years later, who bat mitzvahed me, and asked him for his advice. He counseled me and said to follow my heart. Later, when I asked him to marry us, he said he would if he could, but he couldn't because he was conservative. It was then I began a new journey as a Reformed Jewish woman. I was married to my husband by a rabbi. I keep a Jewish household, and all 4 of my children have been bar bat mitzvahed. It was not until I was 26 years old that I read from the Torah. It was at a woman's service. While I tend to be more conservative in my religious views, I am proud of the way both conservative and Reformed Jews have now welcomed changes in the role women play in the synagogue. Women are called to read from the Torah, lead services, interpret the Torah, and are rabbis and cantors.
Thank you for that valuable insight. I, as well, have interacted with women of the Orthodox Jewish faith and have observed how they feel as women. Up until a certain age, I went to a Hebrew school led by a friend of my mother's. The teacher was very Orthodox and taught us the Orthodox beliefs alongside her children. In order to attend, we had to wear proper outfits, although we did not dress as conservative as they did. Never did her daughters ever express any feelings of prejudice, and they loved practicing the Orthodox Jewish faith. I learned by directly talking to the girls that they did not feel any unjust because while their duties may be different, they are just as important. But this can change when observing Orthodox Jewish beliefs in other countries besides America. One of the major controversies is women at the Western Wall. The Western Wall, located in Israel, is considered one of the holiest places for a Jew to pray. The prayer rules there are set by an Orthodox government rabbi. Due to this, women had to pray separately from men, could not pray out loud, wrap themselves in prayer shawls, or use a Torah scroll. They are in a sense discriminated against and not allowed to have an equal spiritual experience as the males. If these rules were broken, there were violent consequences. Women of the Jewish faith did not let this go by. A group called Women of the Wall banded together and through time were able to get a change made. With their website, www.womenofthewall.org, they did and still do create campaigns and sell tallits that women can wear to the wall in protest. Through huge progress, there is now a space on the Western Wall where men and women can worship freely. There is still a separate section for men and then for women, but this third section was added in as another option. This was a huge breakthrough of women's rights in the Jewish faith and paves the way for other progressions to be made. Deep-rooted discriminations against women can lead back to the religions people practice. As times progress, certain aspects of these religions adapt to fit, like in the case of the Western Wall, but they may not be changed enough. Women deserve equal respect and right no matter the religion or the place. We so often let injustices go by because it is part of someone's faith. But why? Does it make the wrong any more right? Does it give comfort to the victim that a whole religion can discriminate against them with no consequences? We need to take action like the Woman of the Wall and eliminate the misconception that religion is an excuse to hold a prejudice. Thank you for listening, and please check out my various blog posts relating to the women's rights around the world.